there's still this question, right? Is because I mean, it should be easy enough to get an answer for someone else that maybe knows who to ask. Because I'll get somebody who with enough arrogance to look at, you know, because it's not really arrogance. Like if you can give a better perspective, you kind of it's like sometimes uh, if you add dimension to something, you can have better steering. You know what I mean? So they say that crisis brings clarity, but that's true. But there's other ways to bring clarity, or you can add clarity, or um. So it's can a chain of proteins that is a virus that doesn't have cell mass that has to mimic a cell mass to become transmissible, the cell has to recognize it as its own. Right? Can it have radiation? Can it give off heat? That's not from the cell itself, right? The cell actually having died is not transmissible. So my question is whether or not a chain of proteins that is a mimic can have radiation. Can it give off heat? And that's the question. Because the radiation that is supposed to be bad for you, right? It's supposed to be free radical particles that go through your body from a leftover dirty bomb. So is this virus like? Is it like nuclear powered? Is it nuclear active like a submarine? That's my question. Like that's still my question. Maybe it's a dumb question, you know. Uh, but anyways, I think that if your body makes vitamin D in the summer and doesn't make any vitamin D because it doesn't get enough in the winter, maybe it's making a different low grade vitamin D. Because have you seen these NFTs? Like you can franchise and you can prestige and sort of like start to be support a um, it supports a digital microecology, you know. And there's like what like a node is. It's like host transactions. Transactions. How do you? That's lets you know that the money has changed hands. That's what it does. Lets you know the money has changed hands. They studied the virus to see if it could transmit through solid crystal, right? Because they treat it like a computer program. If there's artifacts that could be left behind in a virus, that's a telltale sign of not just that software has been used, right, to place proteins in it in the chain, but which software, like timestamps. Okay, is that too much conspiracy theory, Alex Jones? Because what is the Indian research team or that found the artifacts from that I don't know really how to look it up because I can't spell then how a company calls Crispix, right? It's called Crispix. But I don't know how to look up Crispix. How do you spell it? Like the cereal? Like maybe if I knew what city the campus was in. That's a question. But I mean, that's my own agenda. Trying to find an answer, but to find the answer, it'll be about me. I'm sure, pretty sure, because you gotta look out for number one. So you gotta have a different interest for getting to the bottom of these things than people with other useful information for you at different times, intervals, interval, 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 interval hollis.